Hi guys, welcome to the Daily Dose. It is Friday, January 17th, end of the week. Big weekend ahead in the NFL. I think the best weekend of games. Divisional playoffs, my picks, Kansas City, close. Every game they play is close. Detroit over Washington, not close. Philadelphia over Rams, not close. Baltimore over Buffalo, close. Okay. Today I want to talk about Title IX and college athletics. We are preparing for this massive settlement across college sports. It's called the House Settlement, named after one of the cases that were consolidated as part of a settlement between these antitrust cases and the NCAA, which set up a revenue share program to start July 1. Schools have to decide if they're opting in by March 1. And it will set up for the Power 5 schools roughly $20.5 million of revenue sharing from the school to the players across all sports. It's expected that 75 to 85%, perhaps even 90% of that figure is going to be allocated towards men's football, which is, of course, the biggest revenue driver. That gets a little complicated with a ruling that came out yesterday, and we'll see if it lasts. The Department of Education's OCR, Office of Civil Rights, has issued a memo. And the memo basically says what a lot of people were wondering about with college sports now paying athletes, which is Title IX. In the view of the OCR, to be compliant with Title IX, these payments as part of the revenue share cap will have to take into account Title IX. What does that mean? That means representative proportion doesn't have to be exactly equal, but proportionality between men's and women's sports. Well, that is frankly not possible if they're paying the lion's share of this revenue cap to football, which has no female equivalent in terms of numbers or certainly in terms of revenues or expenses. That is a problem. That would complicate things. Is there a bit of an out where maybe it's coming from the collective or some other affiliate besides the university? Well, I would think that there'd be several lawsuits to say that that's the same thing, and that has to be Title IX compliant as well. Now, this is all from the thing that gives universities hope that this will not be a factor as they try to revenue forecast for these sports, is that this is done by the outgoing administration, which has, as we sit here, 3 days left. The Joe Biden administration, there will be a new secretary of the Department of Education coming in next week with Donald Trump. And the expectation from colleges, I think, at least the Power 4 schools that don't want to be burdened by Title IX, is going to be that won't be the same opinion from the OCR come next week. And we can get back to planning for this House settlement, assuming it gets final approval in April, and we go forward on July 1. But a lot of moving parts here, and people are wondering, is Title IX going to be applicable? Well, as for the attorneys negotiating it with the NCAA, that wasn't a factor. The OCR says it should be, but the OCR is changing, and we'll see where it comes out on this. But the Wild Wild West continues as we wait and hope for structure with this incoming House settlement starting next year. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. Talk to you Monday.